Today, I first want to show you what I think is really cool, something that was not possible before, but now is thanks to the 128 elements on the Yamaha Montage M, and also on the new MODX M, namely a quad trigger function. Of course, you can also do this directly on the device. I actually planned to do that when Yamaha kindly lent me the unit. This one is actually my own now, but programming it on the device is just really annoying, and today I'm simply going to show you what I did there. So take a look, and if you like the video, I'd really appreciate a like and a subscription to the channel, of course. That way you won't miss any more videos. And secondly, it really helps me out because then my channel performs differently in the YouTube algorithm. Thank you for that. So as you can see here, I have 5 timbres set up. This is what on the Montage and MODX is lined up next to each other. And now I have selected timbre 2 here. That's a brass section, and we'll just ignore the others for now. We're only going to look at the brass section. Now on the right, you can see the elements. There are 24 of them now. Here's why. The brass section consists of 2 elements. Previously there were 3. I simply deleted the third one. So in any case, I replaced the third element because I didn't need it, since only the first 2 elements were important in my keyboard range. And now I have it set up so that I take the Blazer chord, which you actually can't hear right now because I don't have my master keyboard turned on. I'll just turn it on real quick and keep explaining. I've assigned the chord for the brass section in the chorus to F, G, A, and B on my keyboard. And that's why you also see F4 here in the first 6. Then G4, then A4, then B4, each one 6 times. Why 6 times? For each of these chords, I use 3 notes, and since I have 2 elements, I need 2 times 3, which means 6. And now the procedure is as follows. So I have the first 2 here now, which together form a sound, and then I click down here. In that area on pitch, let's just take a look at it. And then I have here emergency note 0. Okay, so why do I have note shift? 0? Because I'm in the parts department. You always have to make sure that you are actually in the element area. We don't want the part. So we go down here into oscillator tune. And then here we see cause. So I have -14 here now because I need to go down an octave. And I'm not building the chord from the F I have, but the first note would be my S. So I've triggered the F here to the S in both. The next one I triggered to a G, so SG. That will probably be the S then. I did that twice here. And the third one is +2 here. That's also a G again, and it would sound like this. I don't know if you can hear that. Hold on, I'll bring my headphones closer. So the sound is now coming from the headphones, so you shouldn't overrate the sound quality right now. I already listened to one for that yesterday, so it's just the sound right now. I didn't record it simply because I thought it wasn't that relevant for now. Then we did the whole thing for G, again here. Now it's -26, of course. Those are different ones. 23, 23, let me repeat, 23, and 11, and 11. And so, with -26 here, I was able to easily build a KOD trigger for myself. Of course, it's a bit of work, but just by clicking along, and then the whole thing sounds like this. As I said, the sound is, of course, a bit nicer then. So it's a really, really awesome thing with the 128 elements. It doesn't need to be tuned anymore. It just needs a bit more programming, but I can assign it to the keys without any stress. I don't lose any keys like I do with the Kronos. It's just really, really an awesome thing.